How you guys doing? My name is Matt Cannon. I'm an independent horror film composer from Bristol, Pennsylvania. I just want to thank Indie Horror Film Creative for asking me to do this fun little interview. So let's get down to it. So how I got started is not very glamorous, but it's my story, and I'll tell you the best way I know how to tell it. So I'm an electronic musician, and I love horror films. Um, a lot of people who have heard my music would tell me that it's very cinematic. This is before I really started getting into soundtrack work. Even listening to a lot of it. Um, and they would tell me that my music is good for film scores, and that would be interesting to hear them in a movie. I thought, wow, that's a really cool idea, but I really don't even know how to do it. So I kind of scrapped the idea until I heard the score for Tim Ritter's Killing Spree, which pretty much opened my eyes to film scoring, going, oh, this is something I totally could do. This is awesome. Just, it's so insane. And like the reminiscence of John Harrison's score for Creepshow was so in that movie. And its own style too, as well. And just that combination of the personal style and the Harrison feel, I was like, this is so up my alley. Like, I would totally be able to do something like this. So I started making these mock score tracks to send to other indie horror filmmakers to see if I could maybe get some sort of opportunity. Nothing really happened. I knocked on a couple doors. Some opened a little bit, not enough for me to get in. But one day out of the blue, I got a message from a director by the name of Todd Sheets, who you guys may know. Um, and I still to this day do not know how he got my information. Maybe from somebody else who I talked to about film scoring. But yeah, he asked me if I would like to score his movie called Bone Hill Road. And being a big fan of his movie Goblin, I was like, shit, this is something I can't, miss out on. I gotta take this opportunity. And I never regretted it ever since. It's great. It was an awesome opportunity. I co-scored it with Justin Burning, another great composer. Um, and yeah, that was my first one out the door. So I guess I've been doing this for about since 2017. So yeah, it's been great. I love it. The one I just got finished with is called MILFs vs. Zombies. It's a 2015 remastering of Brad Twigg's movie. Really cool, fun, raunchy, crazy, gory horror movie. Just right up my alley style. It's perfect. Um, but yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. And it was interesting too because, like the film I worked on before that, Spirit Animal, both movies really gave me a chance to break out from the convention of what I normally do, which is synthwave and dark wave. I did some of it in both movies, but the majority was more experimental, and that brings me to uh, the next point is for people who want to do film scoring or want to get into it, just experiment. Don't be afraid to play with style, to find your own personal way of doing it. You can take things from other film scores and be inspired. I love Carpenter, for one thing, and John Harrison, so, and other people, and I'm always, inspired, by other people, but I always try to bring my own personal style to it, at least if I can try. And it takes a long time to find that. I might not have found it, but you always experiment. You throw a knife in the dark and see where it sticks. Just be brave. Try not to do what everybody else is doing, but if the director asks you to do that, do it. Try to do it. You can always suggest different ways of doing it. Um, you know, that's something that's definitely there. Always communicate with your director. It's very easy to mishear information. So make sure that you write all your questions down when you talk to them. Ask them about the themes of the movie, what kind of sound they're looking for. More often than not, they trust you enough to do your own work without really giving you any major direction. But I like direction. I do like things that directors give me to work with. It's always good just to kind of play around with that and, see if you could do something similar to it, but also with your own style, which is why I say experiment. Don't be afraid to just get crazy and weird with it, because that is where the best stuff comes from, personally. So that is really it. Thank you for Peter Hopkins, yet again, from Indie Horror Film Creative, for asking me to do this. If you guys want to find my information out, you can look it up on Bandcamp, on SoundCloud. I don't have them, the names of the websites in my head, but I will link them to Peter so we can put them in the video and the links down below. That is pretty much it. And so thank you so much for watching, and if you guys like if you guys want to know any other movies I've done, I'm also on IMDb. The movies I have worked on, if I can name them real quickly, are Bonehill Road, Clownado, Forced to Fear, Mail Order Murder, Spirit Animal, Deep Undead, and MILFs vs. Zombies. So if you guys want to hear my work, those are the movies to look for. Thank you again, and have a great day.